Tell me something about your job. Well, I'm not working now. Or, well, I don't have a job at the moment. So, I'll just talk about my last job. I was an assistant researcher at the Useful Plant Resources Center, which researches plant resources that we can find in our country for both humans and the environment. I was responsible for protecting endangered and rare plants that live in my country from extinction. My job mainly focused on finding these plants and protecting the habitats and increasing the number of them by conducting a variety of cultivation experiments. I was responsible for protecting endangered and rare plants from extinction that live in my country, such as finding these plants and preserving their habitats, and increasing the number of them by conducting a variety of cultivation experiments to find the ideal condition for growing them. It's not easy to find such plants. Furthermore, it's harder to grow them compared to other plants because the conditions for growth are very particular, complicated, and complex. If one of the certain conditions is not met, these plants rarely thrive. Or, if any of the conditions is not met, it's impossible for these plants to thrive. If certain conditions are not met, these plants rarely grow. Or, if certain conditions are not met, these plants wouldn't grow. Also, there is almost no information on how to grow these plants. Or, also, the information about these plants is limited. It's not only hard to find such plants, but it's also difficult to grow them. Or, not only they are hard to find, they are also difficult to grow. So I had to spend most of my time going on business trips and climbing lots of steep mountains to find the plants and studying to find the mass cultivation methods depending on each plant. Of course, that was very challenging work and it wore me out a lot, physically and mentally. Or, that was quite a challenging work, so of course, it wore me out a lot, physically and mentally, especially when I climbed the mountains carrying around the heavy equipment from morning till night in hot summer. Or, the most difficult part was climbing mountains carrying around the heavy equipment from morning till night, particularly in summer. I strongly felt that I wanted to quit that job, not to mention having to make a long trip back home after collecting the target plants. Or I strongly felt like quitting my job, not to mention having to make a long trip back home after collecting plant specimens. But I was proud of my work because I was able to contribute to environmental protection. Or, but I was proud of my work because I was able to contribute to protecting the environment. Protecting endangered species is really important for the environment because the extinction of some species will ruin the balance of the ecosystem. Plus, it was nice to travel all over my country for free, making money. Or, plus, it was nice to travel all over my country for free while making money. From this point of view, I was not only able to do something worthwhile, but I could also make money for a living. Or, with that point of view, I was not only able to do something worthwhile, I also made a living. It was like hitting two birds with one stone.